I think I finally understand who Dr. Umar is pandering to. You know what I mean? Everybody has a core demographic, okay? Everybody has their core fan base, and, you get out of them whatever you're putting forward, right? For Dr. Umar, it's to siphon their life savings out of their wallets. For others, they want to build a community and make some money while doing it, but there's always going to be a main hardcore demographic that's following you, right? Dr. Umar posted this live stream the other day. I think he has a manic episode at least once a week, and he films it and puts it on live. And it just struck me because at first I just thought it was the black community. It's not necessarily that. There's a lot of people who understand that this man's a fucking thief, for lack of better word. It's not a thief, but a scammer. You get it. A matchstick man, if you will. Okay? This man is targeting black women specifically. Let's get even more specific. He's targeting black, single, lonely women. Okay, why is that? For some reason, Dr. Umar thinks he has some type of sex appeal, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. That's what I said. He thinks that he has this sex appeal, and he might be right, to attract a certain type of woman. Now, there's a few key words that I want you guys to pay attention to. Now, this was posted yesterday, apparently, right? Let's listen to what he has to say to his brothers and sisters, but mainly the sisters. Okay? And then there's another thing I'm going to show you a little bit later. So stick around.
Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. It's your big brother, Dr. Umar Tunde. Just wanted to give a special shout out to all my Atlanta Africans. Shout out to my Atlanta, Georgia Africans. I had to breeze through for a quick podcast interview. About to jump on the plane, get back up to Philadelphia, get back down to Wilmington, Delaware, finish these renovations. So shout out to my Atlanta family. I just had to get at my African Georgia family one time. I will be coming back to Atlanta soon. Just looking for the right place to have the lecture. You feel me? So we looking for a spot that can seat about 500 Africans for my Atlanta family. So if you're here in Atlanta and you know a spot that can seat at least 500, because you know it might be 1,000, could be 2,000, messing with the Prince of Pan-Africanism, I'm just waiting on that spot, brothers and sisters. So I just wanted to breeze through. It's nice and chilly in Atlanta. I don't recall it really being chilly in Atlanta. You know, a nice fall day. You know what I mean? But we in the building. Make sure you hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG.
Bro goes straight to begging. I'm talking, listen, you know, this is like a well done algorithm. This is like a well done, script that he has memorized. First you got to bring up the place that you go to. Then you got to bring up the place that you finna go back to, where you finna return, which is the school. And please send me that money again, my brothers and sisters, Doctor of fucking what? What doctor is Umar? Why do we need this motherfucker in specific? I'm spitting all over the place. Why do we need this motherfucker specifically to come and talk to us about peace and Pan-Africanism? Man, get the fuck out of my face. You scammer. You. That shit crazy. But anyways, let's continue though, because the keywords haven't started dropping yet.
FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Send that check of money order payable to FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634. If you need to get at the Prince of Pan-Africanism, you can text me 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. If you need to text message the Prince, 215-989-9858. Shout out to all my African queens, my Caribbean queens, my Canadian queens, my British queens, my French queens, my Jamaican queens, my Cuban queens, my Bahamian queens, my Barbadian queens, my Turks and Caicos queens, my Texas queens and Georgia queens and Oakland queens and LA queens and Philly queens and Pittsburgh queens and Jersey queens.
You notice you notice how many queens are out there, right? There's all types of queens. He started stating like little countries and shit. Now he's just going to separate states. Fuck it. Let's just I'm running out of places. Let's just keep it going. My Pittsburgh queens, I actually know somebody from Pittsburgh. Y'all legit out there in Pittsburgh. Shout out Pittsburgh. Shout out the lady out there too. If you know, you know. But yeah, Mr. Umar. I'm gonna start calling him Mr. Umar. I feel like I'm losing brain cells calling him a doctor. You know, Mr. Umar, we're catching up to you, brother. We're starting to understand where you're getting all this money from. Single, lonely black women, bro. And I feel like that's, you know, women and children, right? Those are the ones you're supposed to protect. That's the demographic that he's exploiting, that he's going after. Ain't that some shit, huh?
Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Long Island, Staten Island, Boogie Down, Harlem, Queens, my Connecticut Queens, my Atlanta Queens, my Albany, Georgia Queens, my Savannah, Georgia Queens, my Fort Lauderdale, my Miami Queens, my Detroit and my Chicago and my St. Louis and my Nashville and my Memphis and my Knoxville Queens, my Australian Queens. I don't get an NFL too much of my attention, but I do support Jalen Hurts. Who the Eagles playing today? Butter pecan queens and sweet brown sugar, light brown sugar, dark brown sugar, agave queens, the cinnamon queens, the nutmeg queens, the chocolate fudge, the butterscotch queens.
And I believe it too. He's probably out here fucking on everybody he possibly can with his little clout he's got going on. You think Dr. Umar, man, listen, he's probably out there fucking on anything possible. All the queens and whatnot. And you know what they're doing? They're giving them money too on top of that shit. Man, you gotta stay woke out here, folks. He spent the last 5 minutes saying queens. We get it. You love the queens out there. Stop begging them for their cash app. This shit's outrageous, gang. But it continues. Hold on. And you might be saying like, oh, well, AG, you know, that's just a coincidence. He's being, you know, he's being nice. Or maybe AG, he's just flirtatious. Like, is it wrong to be? No, it's not wrong to flirt with. You could flirt with anybody you want. But when you start to exploit their emotion for financial gain, that's when things start getting fucked up. Because he had a whole situation we're going to talk about later to where women could pay $500 to have a chance to have a date with the doctor. Hold on, though. We're going to get to the date with the doctor in a minute. Let's continue with the queens because I want to see how far this shit really goes. This is a 15-minute long video that we're watching right now. How many more queens do we have?
The walnut queens, the pistachio queens, the Brazil queens, African vanilla queens, African pina colada, African lemonade queens. The all-natural hair queens. Where the all-natural hair queens at? Where the all-natural hair queens at? Where are the all-natural hair queens at? Nutmeg, cinnamon queens, that almond butter queen, that shea butter queen, that cocoa butter queen, that caramel butter queen. Is that another Negro male worrying about my hair? Why is a male worrying about another male's hair, my brother?
And, you know, he always has some shit like that to say to the brothers, you know, like, oh, my brother, don't worry about me, my brother. He always turn up on a brother, for lack of better words, you know. But whenever it's the queen, oh, no, he's got to coddle and love on that queen because he knows that's where 80% of his finances coming from.
Stop worrying about my Shango stick. Because if you keep worrying about my Shango stick, your queen going to get Shango hit. Stop worrying about my Shango stick before your queen end up getting Shango hit. Stop playing with me. I just made it rain. I just called Shango, now it's raining. I just called Shango and now it's drizzling. Atlanta Africans, tell me I ain't got the divinities on my... I just called on the name of Orisha Shango and it started drizzling. And y'all do know Shango controls the rain. Dr. Umar just made it rain in Atlanta. I'm going to say it again. King Kong consciousness, the Prince of Pan-Africanism, just made it rain.
So clearly this guy is smoking a little bit of crack here and there. You know, like Whitney said, crack is whack. It's not, fuck all that. We don't like crack because it's very whack. And Dr. Umar might be fiddling around with a stem here and there. Because what the fuck are you talking about, bro? His whole thing is about hyping people up. It's almost like those blasphemous preachers who are always sweating and shaking and under the Holy Ghost. Man, fuck you. Shit, it feels so good to say that. To all them preachers out there faking it and being a fucking con man, fuck you. And we're gonna continue covering preachers like that, bro. I hate them. I hate them. They're disgusting human beings, and they're manipulating a vulnerable group of people. It's exactly what he's doing. Might as well call him a blasphemous preacher, because this is basically all he is. But anyways, let's move forward, right? Now you want to talk about manipulating a woman, right? He's built up this type of following. He has a lot of women. Now he's going to use that power or that influence to try and make money off of them. Let's just take a little listen to this video.
Got a new program coming out for the ladies. It's called Lunch with the Doctor. It's called Lunch with the Doctor. You make a $500 donation to FDMG Academy, ladies. $500 donation to FDMG Academy, and you get a free lunch with Dr. Umar, restaurant of your choice in the state of Wilmington, Delaware. I said we got a new program called Lunch with Dr. Umar. Private lunch. Ladies, you got to donate $500 to the FDMG Academy, and I will take you to lunch, private lunch, any restaurant you want in the state of Delaware. It's called.
Now let's pause that. Whoa, you enter $500. $500 that's $500. That's $500. Inflation or not, that's a lot of fucking money. All right, cool. So I enter $500 for a chance to be graced with Dr. Umar, not even a guarantee. And honestly, that's fine and dandy with me. If you want to be that much of a jackass to spend your money for a chance to go on a date with this crusty ass motherfucker right here, by all means, do what you do. But that was not the truth. He led with that. Let's remember what he said. We pick a restaurant. We have a private date together. Me and you. We come together and we make this thing happen. Sounds fair, right? But hold on. Let's continue what he's got to say.
Lunch with the Doctor, and it costs you $500. You don't pay for the lunch. I pay for the lunch. Any restaurant in the state of Delaware. Oh, yes. Brothers, don't hate. We got to stop hating. Brothers, we got to stop hating. Don't hate my ninja, because if I ask your wife if she want that luncheon, if I ask your baby mom, do she want that luncheon with the doctor, we know what she gonna say, ninja. Don't test my intellectual gangster. If I roll up on your romantic prisoner, my brother, if I roll up on your romantic prisoner, you call a girlfriend who living with you because she got to, not because she want to. Do your wifey want that lunch date with the doctor? I think we all know the answer to that. Me and you are not the same. I keep telling you that. Me and you, we not the same. You not 6'3", dark chestnut cocoa brown with the North Philly beard.
So that was basically him going crazy, right? But again, I don't know where he got this. This motherfucker looked like my grandpa or some shit. You know what I mean? He is not Mr. Take Your Bitch. He's not. He's not finna take nobody's bitch. Not taking nobody's Pan-African queen. He not doing none of that. Okay? Shit, there's some women out here who find Dr. Umar attractive, and you can feel it in the way he's talking to these men, because he has this little bubble of single, alone women who want him. And he feels like he's Mr. All That. But again, I don't see anything wrong with it. You pay your $500 raffle to have a chance to go on a date with Dr. Umar, right? Seems fair. Man, listen, when I tell you he collected that money and didn't go to dinner with nobody, it never happened. He straight up lied to these women over a fake raffle, gave them nothing in return, and went on Instagram to clarify what he actually meant. So let's see what he actually meant, because shit, a date with the doctor sounds real cool to me, right? Let's see what he meant.
I just wanted to come on here right now to clarify the Date with the Doctor reality show. I want all my African queens to listen up. I want all my African kings to listen up. I want to clarify the Date with the Doctor reality show that's going to be kicking off really, really soon. The Date with the Doctor reality show is really a conversation platform. It is a conversation platform where black women and I will exchange views and opinions on various issues affecting the world, the African race, and black women in particular. It will be a platform where black women can expose their brand, their business, and influence the culture of black women and influence the culture for black women. This is going to be an uplifting reality show. There will be no nonsense. It's going to be clean and it's going to be classy. I'm calling it.
Now hold on. What if they wanted it to be dirty and ratchet? What if they wanted to take you home afterwards? He 100% lied, bro. What are you talking about? Clean and classy and a date with the doctor and speaking platform and no. You told these women that they was finna have a date with the doctor at any restaurant that they chose. It's gonna be closed. It's going to be an intimate session, not sexually, but intimate, meaning me and you, nobody else. All of a sudden, Lord have mercy. All of a sudden, it's an open forum podcast style situation to where he can still make more money. Man, throw this motherfucker away. I don't understand people who actually fall for shit like this. Unless you're 120 years fucking old. Maybe I'll give you a pass at that point. Maybe you're not really all up in there. Man, listen, I'm so sorry. Anybody who defends this guy, you're weird. You're a fucking weird person. You're weak and you're weird, and I don't really even understand how your brain works to make you feel like he's the good guy. He's not. He's capitalizing on the black struggle. That's what he's doing. That's all. And, there's been people who've done this time and time again, year after year, decade after decade. This ain't nothing new, but this is the newest face right here. This is 100% the newest face.
A date with the doctor, because that is going to be the ambiance. That's going to be the context. That's going to be the background. It's there will be no nonsense. It's going to be clean and it's going to be classy. I'm calling it a date with the doctor because that is going to be the ambiance. That's going to be the context. That's going to be the background. It's not a real date. Let me say this again. I am not looking for a wife. The ancestors will send them to me when the time is right. Let me say that again. I'm not looking for a wife. And this reality show is not a hunt for a spouse. That is just the platform, because I want sisters to have a clean and sexy situation that they're going to be coming into. Do my black queens understand me? Do my black queens understand me? Now, most of the Date with the Doctor conversation dinners will be held in the Philadelphia, Delaware, New Jersey area. I repeat, most of the Date with the Doctor dinner conversations, because that's what it really is. It's not really a date. That's how we're going to make it look so we have a nice appeal.
Man, you walked off with 10 bands worth of single, lonely black women's money. Plus, you know what I mean? Shit, you know how many women probably put their hands in that raffle for a date with the doctor? Man, you ran off with about 10 bands. Let's call it 15. You ran off with 15 bands worth of single black women's money, and you feel like you're the good guy. You feel like you're the saint. Some of them women probably have kids. You know what I mean? Oh, but no. We're going to make it a Date with the Doctor format. That's what it's going to look like, my brothers and sisters. Ifa Tunde. Man, shut the fuck up. Man, he makes a mockery out of this shit. Wake up, folks. Wake up. That's all I can say is wake up, bro.
But it's really a dinner conversation. So you're going to have to come to me, ladies. You're going to have to come to me, ladies. Most of the time we will be in Delaware. Sometimes we will be in Philadelphia. Sometimes we will be in Jersey. Once in a while, I will take the date with the doctor on the road. We will do a few in California, but it won't be often. We will do a few down in Texas, but it won't be often. We will do a few in Omaha, Milwaukee, Detroit, Chicago, but it won't be often. We'll do a few in St. Louis. We'll do a few in Kansas City. We'll do a few in Louisville, in Memphis, in Nashville, but it won't be often. We'll do a few in Ghana, in South Africa, in Kenya, but it won't be often. We'll do a few in Jamaica, in Bahamas, in Bermuda, but it won't be often. We'll do a few in Canada, in Nova Scotia, in Montreal. We'll do a few in...
Fuck it, we'll do a few in North Korea. We'll do a few in China. Fuck it, bro. We'll do a few in Russia, but it won't be often. My brothers and sisters, it won't be often. When we go to North Korea and we shake hands with Kim Jong-un, any of you North Korean baddies that want to come out, we will do it, but it won't be often. Man, pack them the fuck up, man. Get them the fuck out of here, bro. My dog looked at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm sorry. Get them the fuck out of here, bro. Please. Man, this shit crazy, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. People will fall for anything. And I kind of understand why some people are scam artists. Because if you have a certain intellectual level and you're looking down at these other people with a drastically less of an intellectual level, you might feel like exploiting them a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't understand this, man. Stay safe. Stay sharp, man. And if anything sounds a little too good to be true, it probably isn't. But until then, folks, I love you guys, man. Stay inside, stay safe, man. You guys are top tier, 80,000 strong. Fucking army in the fucking building. You guys changed my life. I love you guys, man. And we're working harder and harder to create better and better content, man. I have a lot of things going on with my life right now. If you guys can't tell, there's a little inconsistencies here and there, but listen, man, by the end of the year, we're going to be back to like regular and shit. So stay tuned, stay safe. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.